Welcome back, beautiful tri-state area. You're listening to A Moment of Zen right here on 710 WOR, the voice of New York, iHeartRadio. I'm your host, Zen Sams. Welcome back to the Going Deep segment brought to you by CO2 Lift. We're joined by Kristina Menissov. She's a singer, a songwriter, an international model. She's graced the covers of Vogue, LATAM, LAFM, Elle Arabia. She's walked the runways of New York Fashion Week, Los Angeles Fashion Week, and Miami Swim Week. On the music side, she blends her classical opera training with contemporary pop, releasing charting singles with powerhouse producers like Andrew Lane. Her latest single, Geisha, entered the iTunes charts at number 94, and her soulful cover of Smooth Operator has surpassed 1 million YouTube views. She's been named Best Music Influencer and a rising star in music. She's bridging the worlds of fashion and global music, all while being a devoted mama. That's right. Welcome to the show, superstar.
Thank you so much, Zen. I'm so happy to be here.
I'm so excited to have you. So let's take it back. Growing up, did you always see yourself pursuing both music and modeling, or did one passion come first? And how did you break into both industries?
So originally I'm from Kazakhstan, and that's where I went to the music conservatory to be an opera singer. For the longest time, I didn't want to be just a pretty face. I wanted to be more. I wanted to leave a mark in a history, and I kept proving to all my teachers that I'm not just a pretty face. I went to Italy after that to continue my classical training, but then I fell in love, got pregnant, and had to take a break from music. Eventually, modeling came into my life as a way to provide. But it opened so many doors and built my confidence at the right time. And during COVID, that's when I came back to music. I started writing and expressing all my emotions. And here I am. That's an exciting, both worlds that I love now. And I accepted all of me.
And you combined it so eloquently with being a mother and embracing that better version of yourself. And the fashion industry is often seen as surface level, what we call, but in reality, it's incredibly demanding, both mentally and physically. I was signed to Elite New York when I was 17. I lived that world.
Well, I can tell. Gorgeous. Yes.
So you know what it's about. You've represented Chopard, Michael Costello, Givenchy, YSL. I read so many. Balmain and Cartier. That's my favorite. So you've said your diverse appearance has been both a challenge and an asset in your Instagram bio. You proudly state that you're making ethnically ambiguous a trend. So can you share a moment when your appearance was a challenge and a moment when it was a clear advantage?
So my mom is Kazakhstani, Asian, and my dad is Ethiopian, Black. And growing up, I kept hearing that it's going to be my asset, right? But then when I entered the modeling world, I started going to castings, but it was hard for people to process where should we put her with, right? I would arrive to castings when it says Asian, and they'll be like, well, sorry, not Asian enough. Then there would be like a description, we're looking for Black models. I arrive and they're like, well, you're light skinned. And I kept doubting myself. I was like, is it true? Or I'm kind of like in between, and it's cool. I could be versatile and I could match. But honestly, if they're looking for something, why would they have me who is half instead of just actually having person who represents? But then I had, I guess, to change my mindset, and that helped. I decided that I will turn it into my superpower. And instead of trying to fit into a box, I started building my own brand, my own label, just for people not to, for like brands, if they want to connect with me, it's because Kristina Menissov, right? It's not necessarily because I need to fit in that box or into another or that audition. It's because they want to work with me. And I think that helped. And now eventually I think I'm representing all the mixed kids who are here, there, everywhere, but in the meantime, nowhere. So we can be everything. We don't have to fit into a box.
There you go. Now, this past July, you released your single Geisha with a video on the way. It's going to be out any moment now. But when it comes to your music, what inspires your songwriting and creative process? And beyond your own artistic expression, what do you hope listeners take away from your songs?
Geisha was inspired by Memoirs of Geisha. that I was a child when I watched it. And that's how I opened up the whole new world for myself. And I started reading about it. It was fascinating. Geisha is an artist. And also being from Muslim country, I had the stigmas that being sexy and intimate is not good and it's not right. And maybe it could be something to be ashamed of. But learning more about this culture, and I realized that there's nothing to be ashamed of being beautiful, sexual, intimate, because it actually helps to discover yourself inner and outside world as well. And that's how I started working. I went to the studio with Andrew Lane and I told him the idea. We started working in the process and I distributed it with Universal Music Group, with my A&R, with help of my amazing A&R, Luciano Lane, and Alpha Recordings Group.
Wow, that resonates because streaming platforms really show that listeners are more likely to connect with music when they identify a personal story in the lyrics. Now, whether it's Fashion Week or Vogue covers, a sold-out concert, or the blue carpet premiere of Smurfs with your son, I mean, you're constantly in the public eye. And with so much focus on your appearance, how do you prioritize skincare? Because your skin is flawless. And where do treatments like CO2 Lift fit into your beauty routine to keep your complexion runway or blue carpet ready?
Okay, CO2 Lift fits into my purse. That's how amazing it is, and that's how powerful it is. You can have, it's so simple to use.
Just pulled it out. Okay. Pulled it right out of her bag.
I know, because I have it with me. If I have an hour and I feel like for example, yesterday I took a red eye and then I have a casting after that and I have a premiere of Downton Abbey. So, and my skin didn't look as good. And I was like, okay, we're just gonna, like, I have help. We're just gonna mix those two things. It's gonna become a jelly you put on your skin. It's better if you can have it on your skin for 45 minutes to an hour. It looks so funny when it's on, but you can make a bunch of TikToks. So we're keep going. We're working while hydrating, and then eventually you peel it off, and my skin looked glowing. Same I did today, and I'm gonna do it after that because in between I'll have to change the whole thing. Hydration is a key.
You know, everyone always has that secret weapon in their toolbox, and I love that yours is science-backed, science-infused. You and me are speaking the same language. Now let's move on. You're juggling two demanding careers, but also you're a single mom. So how do you balance it all? How do you personally recharge?
The secret is, I'm joking. Yes, no, I am. I'm trying to juggling it all. And I think the most important thing is to stay at the moment. If I'm going to a casting, I'm going to focus on that. But if I'm coming home, I'm going to be focused on my son. I'm just going to like move everything away. And sometimes not attentive mom could be even worse than absent person. So if I'm so tired that I just think I need a nap, then I'd rather go and take a nap and feel myself recharged. Philip Stein sleep bracelet helps me with that. Sleep beautifully, right? But then eventually I come fully recharged. I can go sing the songs to my son, to myself, the lullabies, and soothing moments with the people I love help me to continue juggling it all.
Yeah, that's inspiring. We all have a purpose. You clearly have yours. It's been very inspiring interviewing you, and I wish you nothing but success.
Thank you so much, Zen. I'm so happy to be here, and thank you, CO2 Lift.
Well, that was the incredible powerhouse Kristina Menissov. Follow her on Instagram at Kristina Menissov and at KristinaMenissov.com and keep up with her latest music and campaigns. She's all over social. You definitely want to tune into her inspiring music, incredible music videos, and more importantly, incredible voice. We're talking opera trained here. You're listening to A Moment of Zen right here on 710 WOR, the voice of New York, iHeartRadio. That was our Going Deep segment. We'll be right back after this.
A Moment of Zen is brought to you by CO2 Lift. As we age, our skin loses moisture and elasticity, causing wrinkled skin. You can reverse this aging process with CO2 Lift. CO2 Lift utilizes the powerful benefits of carbon dioxide to lift, tighten, and regenerate your skin. This simple, painless at-home carboxytherapy treatment is scientifically proven to reverse the aging process. You will see reduction in wrinkles, increase luminosity, and improve pigmentation, sagging, skin tone, and radiance.
For more information or to order CO2 Lift, ask your skincare professional or go to co2lift.com.